morning, everyone. So, I am going through what I believe to be some burnout at the moment. Even if it's not that, it's not good, is what it is. So, today is my first day sort of like back in routine a little bit. Like, James was off of work for a couple of weeks, so like life wasn't normal. But now he's gone back to work. I had a couple of days at work while he was also at work, but now I've just got me, myself, and I at home. And I'm intrigued to see how that sort of goes with the mental state as it is. Now I'm feeling like a little better. I'm now like worried I've got the day wrong. I'm pretty sure it's Wednesday. I have this fear that I've actually got it wrong and it's Tuesday and I'm going to work later, but I think that's not correct. And this may seem so dramatic to people who like just do that, but like for me, the fact that I can't remember what the day is to the extent of I don't remember what I'm doing today. Like even if I can't remember the day of the week, I always know what I'm doing because I'm like constantly checking my calendar. Like it's just like a habit, but I've just got a really bad memory at the moment. Like I have such bad brain fog. It's this, it's that, it's whatever. But, it's like, I don't even know what the time is, probably like 8:30, I'm guessing. I've spent some time chilling in bed and now I think I'm just gonna get up, take the day slow, see how it goes. I know me and I know that if I don't do something productive, I end up feeling like really bad about myself, as if that's not half the problem. So I'm thinking like vlogging, doing this kind of thing, I really enjoy that and I'll feel like I've done something, even if this vlog is a lot of like relaxing, which like it will be because I'm trying to look after myself. But yeah, I was gonna like redo my hair as I was talking, but like, can we just agree it looks fine? This is the outfit for the day. Here we go. It's pretty cute. Got my big dungarees on. Pink t-shirt, little cardigan, very cozy. Because it's like weird weather at the moment. It's like cold, but then it starts like, yesterday it was only like 14 degrees. And I was basically wearing something like this. I was wearing like a vest actually, not even a t-shirt, and a cardigan, trousers. And I was boiling hot. I had a coat as well and I had to carry it around because it was so hot, but it was 14 degrees. Spring is weird. I always forget. I hate autumn. Like by default, I always hate autumn because I always get really like clammy because it's like too cold, too hot. I've never experienced that in spring before, but it's happening this year. I feel like that it's like this weird combo of temperatures and stuff. Anyway, ramble over. Let's go and do something. I actually think first thing I'm gonna do some laundry because I can get that now, take it downstairs with me. Let's go. Just did all the washing up that we had to do. And does anyone else do this where it's like just the most insane like stacking Tetris on like the drying board? The fact that it ever gets dry when it's like this is kind of insane to me, but it does. So okay, I got myself a little hot cross bun which looks so ugly and I'm gonna watch the Artful Dodger TV show. What's funny to me is I've not watched this show in weeks, but I'm pretty sure I actually showed me watching it in the last vlog I did. Like that was the last time I watched it and I also happened to be vlogging. I feel like that's just pure coincidence, but it's just strange. So I just finished watching an episode of my show and I thought I'd come up and do some laundry, just folding dry laundry. In general, when I'm like having a not so motivated day or I really want to do something fun that would take a lot of time, but I also have things I need to do, a way I like to sort of work around that is to sort of alternate. So I'll do something fun that I really want to do and then I'll do like whatever the thing I need to do is. So like today I read a book and then I got up, did some washing, then I watched some TV show and now I'm doing some laundry and then I'm probably going to go and watch some more show. And then like you don't even have to keep doing it all day or anything. It's just more like a way to make sure you're doing something. And obviously sometimes that's like not necessary. There are days where it's like actually just rest. But yeah, today I sort of have the motivation at least to want to do things. It's sometimes about the actual just getting up and doing it, which I'm sure loads of people experience You're like, yes, of course, I want to put away those clothes so that I've got clothes ready for me. And I don't even particularly dislike doing chores and things. In general, I actually quite like doing housework. So it is purely like a motivation, a get up and go sort of thing for me a lot of the time. But yeah, like I said, it doesn't have to be that you even continue doing that for like the whole day or anything. I often find that it's even just a good way to like get started. And then either the ball's rolling and I feel productive for the rest of the day in whatever way that looks, or it's like, no, I'm actually tired now, but that's fine because I already did something. And that helps me like mentally sort of not feel like I've done absolutely nothing. I swear it's just like absolute mental gymnastics sometimes when you've got like low motivation, like poor executive function as well. Like, even just being like, yeah, but I even thought to, do this tactic. You're like, oh, I did a thing, you're already doing more than sometimes is possible. Also, quick side note, I'm feeling like super betrayed by my body because like I thought I'd washed my hair yesterday, but it's kind of getting greasy today, so I'm like, maybe I didn't. Maybe it was the day before. And that's how my life feels at the moment, honestly. Like, I genuinely feel like I can't like keep track of what I have and haven't done and when, and lots of people are just like that all the time, so like, I can't complain too much, but it's one of those things like, you had it, then you lose it. It's kind of difficult. I will say, actually, because I don't think I'm actually making myself super clear because I'm just rambling, but I am actively prioritizing rest today and in general at the moment. I just know for myself, I feel so much better and can rest easier when I have already done something. And I'm sure lots of other people feel that way too. I just know that like if I were to sit all day doing like only things I want to do, resting, stuff like that, I sit there the whole time going, I should do this, I should do that. And should I actually get better at ignoring those and getting those thoughts out of my head? Yes, but I think sometimes like a bit of balance is also maybe just better. Because believe you me, I've spent many days recently not doing any of the things that I should do, so. Okay, amazing angle. I just finished season 2 of The Artful Dodger. It's so good. Like, it's dramatic, it's romantic, it's funny, it's a medical drama as well. Like, it's honestly, I'd highly recommend. It's on Disney Plus, just because it's just easy watching, I feel like, and most of the time that's just what I'm here for, It's that versus like, if I'm watching a film of a day on my own at home, it's like a psychological thriller, like freak you out, make you all paranoid. It's like one or the other for me. Which actually, now I think about it, if I'm going to be hanging out all day, I might put one of those on. Also, I guess while I'm in a bit of like review chatty mood, I've got my Remy, by the way. I just finished reading Project Hail Mary like 2 days ago or something. Guys, if you've not seen the film, first of all, go and see the film. I love a space film. It's just funny, and for me, I love that it's like kind of sci-fi, but in like, it feels like it could be the real world. Like, I love that kind of thing. I don't mind sci-fi in the sense of like, Star Wars and stuff, but something where it's like, this is the real world and there's some crazy sci-fi stuff happening, I love that. So first of all, see the film if you're not much of a reader, but if you like reading, read the book. Read the book. It's so good. Genuinely, even though I'd seen the film first, I was like, when the sad bits were happening, I was crying as if I had no idea they were going to happen. I was laughing. Like, what a good book to be interesting and also make you like laugh and cry. And I felt like the unfortunate thing is when I read something like that is that I know Andy Weir, the author, does like quite a decent bit of research to try and make the science as real as possible, with like a few amendments where it's like, this is the crazy thing that's like unexpected because it's out of the realm of real science. But I'm not super hot on science, so I'm reading it like, wow, no way, really? Because it's presented like real fact. And I think for the vast majority of the case it is, but I'm just like, what if I'm just taking it as like educational when actually it's like not true? But I think for the vast majority it is also just sort of real stuff. But it's not anything too heavy, like it's all very, you either can understand it or it doesn't matter if you don't really understand it. Like if he's going blah 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 about relativity and speed and space travel, it doesn't matter if you don't understand. The point is that they're speeding up and going somewhere, you know? And on that note, I am now reading The Green Ages, which I bought. I get most of my books from the library, but actually Project Hail Mary, obviously it was completely unavailable because of the movie coming out and it being so popular at the moment. So I was like, I'll just buy it. I knew I was gonna love it. So I was like, I'll just buy it because I'll read it again. And I also bought this a while ago. Yeah, The Green Ages, Medieval Innovations in Sustainability. And it's really cool. Obviously, it's like a non-fiction, which I don't read as much. Like, in general, I like a story. And basically, it just talks about how we have so many misconceptions about a lot of things being, like, modern ideas. And how actually, like, things like sustainability and a lot of the things we do now are actually things that we're coming back to, like, post-industrial revolution. And I'm only, like, 30 pages in. I'm like just finished the first chapter, but so far I'm really liking how it's basically making the point of like everyone thinks that, you know, before the Industrial Revolution, like in the medieval times and stuff, it was all like terrible, everyone was poor, it was gross, it was, you know, for some parts, yeah, it wasn't good. Like it doesn't skim over the fact that like it wasn't great, but there's this really big narrative of like everything was worse, capitalism has like brought us from the trenches and all that stuff. And, like, it's just already making a really good point about how that's not the case. And, like, I don't know. Obviously, I've not read the whole thing. But you get, like, especially with a non-fiction, you get the point way sooner than in a fiction where it's, like, trying to do plot twists and stuff. Obviously, there's, like, a full introduction that basically tells you what the whole book is going to be about. So there's no plot twists. But, yeah, really enjoy. Really good if you're obviously into history at all, if you're into, you know, sustainability, environmentalism, that kind of thing. I really love history, but I especially love social history, so learning about what actual people actually did. This is obviously a lot of varying things. It talks a lot about economics and politics and blah blah blah, but politics less so, I guess, but it has already come up a little bit. So, but like what real people were really doing in their real everyday lives is the history I love, and unfortunately is what we have kind of like less info on, because obviously, you know, they kept records of what the nobility were doing and all of this, but what was just your average Joe doing on a Thursday evening? We do know to some extent in some periods, but it's just really, really interesting, I always find. I don't really want to hear about hundreds of years of politicians doing the same stuff they've literally always been doing, you know? So, yes, those are my recommendations, I guess. My weird angle recommendations. Is this a segment? I don't know. I've been yapping for so long, so I'm gonna leave this here. Okay, it's like 1:30 now, I think. I've had some lunch and I've started watching The Good American Family on Disney+. I feel like it was really popular when it first came out and I've just never got around to watching it, so it was on my watch list and I thought I'd give it a go. So I've got that on the TV and I'm doing a bit of editing here as well, so I'm just doing a little chill multitask. I'm liking the show okay so far. I've just watched one episode, I'm gonna watch the second one now. It's just feeling like some of the dialogue's a little stilted, I guess. Like, I'm not loving the script, but we'll see. I don't know. It's also the first episode of a show that I feel like inherently is going to get better as it goes because it's like a bit of a thriller kind of thing. So I always feel like with shows that are that genre, like the start is always going to be like, it's like decent setup, but like all the fun stuff happens later. Okay, I'm making myself a little iced coffee. I think I'm actually gonna do decaf today because I used to not drink coffee like pretty much ever because it would give me like insane jitters and just made me feel really gross and horrible and sick and which was really strange. So after a while I was like, okay, yeah, I'll try caffeine again, like caffeinated coffee, see how we go. And now it's just fine. It doesn't affect me at all. At least not in any negative way. So that's obviously all good. But I've now been having coffee like quite frequently, which I don't really like the idea of, I guess. Like I don't particularly want to become like dependent on coffee or anything. And like for a day like today, I'm just at home chilling, actively trying to be relaxed. So I don't really need like a bunch of caffeine going through the system. So for at home iced coffee, what I do is just do coffee with like, I don't know, that much hot water just to like mix it up. Then I literally just fill it up probably about like halfway-ish with the cold water. Then I do milk. My favorite is oat milk. What I've been doing recently as well is putting maple in this because that's really good. And I figure it's literally just like having a syrup like from Pret or Costa or whatever. Give that a mix with my straw. And then final thing is like a few ice cubes. How many I put in really kind of depends mostly on like how much space I left. Like sometimes I accidentally fill it up like way too high with the liquid. I should probably do the ice kind of sooner in the process, but I like it like this. So yeah, that makes it just nice and icy cold, whereas like the water from the tap does run pretty chilly, to be honest. Oh, washing's done. It's so good. I've finished my editing for now, and I'm gonna take this and just keep watching my show. My hair is literally crazy today. Like, no matter what I do with it, I feel like it just looks insane, so what's a girl to do? Okay, I've decided to make gnocchi for dinner tonight. I don't know why, because in hindsight, that's a lot of effort. I'm like just hoping it won't be loads of effort though. In theory, it's just I did these potatoes in the microwave, mashed them, mix them with some flour and stuff, roll them, boil them. Is it more effort than say just doing like pasta? Yes, obviously. But I fancy doing it, so here we go. I'm cutting the potatoes in half first, just to let like some heat out. And then I'm gonna scoop it out and mash it. I don't actually need all of them, I'm gonna save one. So that's what we got. And honestly, I am getting a little bit wiped out, even though, you know, I spent all day watching TV. Yeah, what's the time now? It's like 5:30. So James will be home any minute, but I'm probably gonna stop talking so much on the vlog because we're just gonna be hanging out. Might go out for a walk. I'm gonna cook dinner, but I'm getting a little bit drained with talking. Maybe vlogging wasn't my best idea, but we can't say that's why I feel tired. It's probably not. But yes, I will still film some stuff, but I might not be chatting so much. So hope you enjoy whatever footage I get.
People sort of just want very much, and then we went to Jaga, so she came to sit with us. Drury Lane, completely and tomatoes and redden.
Lovely tomatoes.
So it's got mashed mini ones. I'd have an Eton mess type of thing. I like that. A little trifle. I was going to tell you about my stepfather. So he was a top boots chemist, and that was your dad on a Friday night.